You co-produced Darling, and now you're producing Jigra. So, what made you take the risk, if I may call it, to turn into a producer so early on?
Yeah, so Jigra as well, I'm co-producing with Dharma Productions.
Yeah.
I had such a lovely experience while working on Darlings as a producer. It was such a creative ride, and I learned so much. And I genuinely believe, in fact, I was recently at the Olympic Committee session, and our Prime Minister was speaking, and he said something that really stayed with me. He said, there are no losers in life, they're just winners and learners. And I believe I'm a learner. At every step, I'm always learning. I don't believe I have all the answers. And of course, it's a bit of a tightrope to walk when you're learning as a producer, because you're putting something down there, you're putting content out there. But I just felt a very deep sense of satisfaction when I was creatively involved in that journey. I consider myself a creative producer.
Sure.
So that experience felt very wholesome. It felt
Yeah.
very holistic. It was not inward. I was not just thinking about my acting, my role, how am I coming across in the film. I was thinking about the film as a whole. So I felt that, okay, now I want to put together content, not necessarily content that I'm acting in. And we are at Eternal Sunshine Productions working on various things.
Yeah.
And I also thought that it's a good opportunity, like I did with Darlings, to give support to a new talent, like I did with Jasmeet. She was trying to get a film on floor for many years, and
Yeah.
she came to me with Darlings, and I loved it, and she's extremely bright.
Right.
So that's the endeavor with Eternal as well. We're working with a bunch of new talent, currently still in development, but even putting that together and making that see the light of day is an uphill task.
True.
Because there is so much content out there that everyone, the studios, the platforms, everybody is playing it very carefully, as they should, because you don't want to just have, n number of content pieces out there. So that itself is a learning step right now.
Well, marrying creativity with commerce is a tricky process, in the sense that a producer is always out to tell actors ki jaldi kar do, finish jaldi kar do, itna budget over budget ja raha hai, and all those kind of hang-ups. So now, since you understand the actor's side of it, and you know that nobody wants to waste the producer's money, but still, as a producer, when you worked on Darlings and now that you're working on Jigra, has the actor Alia changed a little bit, because there's also the producer Alia on
I
the
think
set?
I was always very conscious. In fact, what changed in me as being a little bit more conscious on each day spent on shoot was after I started my own brand,
Yeah.
Edamama. Then my attitude towards brand shoots changed. I was always very professional, always on time, always punctual, always, do whatever the client and the agency and everybody wants. But there was a certain amount of just awareness that came after Edamama, my brand, my children's conscious clothing brand, came to life. Because I realized, okay, that every second matters, and it's all resting, not all, but a lot of this is resting on the way this campaign comes.